What if the biggest rap stars in the world was someone you didn't even know existed just a year ago? A master artist from Liverpool who exploded onto the global scene, broke streaming records, and sparked one of the wildest identity rumors in music industry. This is the story of Esdeekid, the mysterious British rapper whose rise from underground outsider to international sensation has baffled fans and critics alike. Today, we are going to talk about how he became one of the most talked about figures in music and answer the questions that you want to hear. Who is actually behind the mask? Is he really someone famous in disguise? Or is the mastery part of his strategy? Esdeekid is a British rapper from Liverpool, England. But beyond that, very little personal information is publicly confirmed. He began gaining attention in 2023, releasing music that immediately stood out of his sound and his thick ska accents of every track. He works within the broader UK rap landscape, drawing from cloud rap, trap, and regional influence. But what set him apart early wasn't just his music, it was his anonymity. Unlike most artists who build personal brands around their faces, names, and stories, Esdeekid chose to remain masked and mysterious, rarely revealing anything about his identity. Performances, photos, and official appearances almost always showed him with a balaclava on, hiding his face in shadow or covering it completely. And that mastery became part of the brand, a deliberate artistic choice fueling conversations. The first breakthrough began 2024 when Esdeekid dropped several tracks that began circulating on social media. Among them was a single called Bali, released with underground collaborator Rico Ace, a song that Pitchfork praised as one of its breakout singles of the year. Through videos on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, a snippet of his music began spreading faster. Critics quickly noticed something different about his flow, a strong Scouse accent, unmistakable and commanding, a fusion of cloud rap vibes with trap and darker textures. Minimal personal marketing, just raw music expression. The combination was unusual in mainstream UK rap, where polished production and pop-leaning hooks are often favored. Esdeekid's music instead felt difficult, abrasive, atmospheric. Exactly the kind of sound that thrives online. While many artists build mastery by withholding music, Esdeekid did both. Great music plus mastery, explosive curiosity. In June 2025, Esdeekid released his debut album called Rebel, a short but powerful project that shocked many with a kind of energy. Bro, the songs was just crazy. Rebel wasn't a pop album, it was raw, fast, gritty, and unapologetically, street critics noted that the album leaned heavily on distorted bass lines, haze-like club rap production, themes of drag life, night culture, and impulsive recklessness. Pitchfork's review described him as rapidly emerging voice in UK rap, someone whose accent and delivery make him instantly distinctive. As you watch this video, can you subscribe because you all niggas are not subscribing to this channel. Subscribe and like this video so that you can be part of this community. Tracks like Elvis Sandals, Fusion, Fake Milk, and Rico Ace became streaming giants, putting Esdeekid into a level of popularity most artists haven't reached. Rebel didn't just perform well in the UK, it charted internationally, topping charts and appearing Billboard 200 in the United States, and amassing huge streaming numbers across Spotify and other platforms. By late 2025, his single Phantom had well over 100 million streams. The meteoric rise was almost unheard of an artist who refused to share his personal identity. Of all the parts of Esdeekid's rise, one have captured attention more than any other: the mastery of who he really is. Because he never showed his face, and because his persona is so unusual, fans quickly began to speculate. In today's internet culture, speculation turned into memes, viral theories, trending, and debates. The most absurd and persistent theory was Esdeekid is not a UK rapper, but someone very famous in disguise. Specifically, one name kept popping up: Hollywood actor Timothy Chalamet. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so if I'm not perfect, bro. Yes, the Oscar-nominated style of music like Call Me By Your Name and Wonka. Fans noticed similar blue-eye colors, say mask lips, and similar fashion sense. Chalamet, known affinity for rap and the past alter egos like Lil Timothy Tim, and Chalamet evasive comments about the rumor when praised on interviews. During a UK radio show, Chalamet was asked if he was Esdeekid, and he teased. All will be revealed in due time. This only fueled the internet fire. Fans on TikTok, Reddit and Instagram crowdsourced evidence, comparing eyes. But there was a big strike against the theory. On October 9, 2025, Esdeekid performed in Milan. At the same time, Chalamet was seen at a movie screening in New York. This made it impossible for Chalamet to be the man behind the mask. Still, the rumor persisted because the mystery was entertaining and unlikely to be quelled. Late in 2025, Esdeekid released his hit song, rumours, featuring Chalamet Timothy himself. In the video or audio, Chalamet appeared beside Esdeekid, not as the same person, but a featured collaborator. This appearance was huge for two reasons. It crashed the conspiracy theory. By collaborating openly, Chalamet cleared he wasn't the masked rapper, he was a guest. Celebrities crossing over into music is a normal thing, but doing it with a masked underground star whose identity was the subject of public speculation, that's rare. In the remix, Chalamet even referenced aspect of his own life and pop culture, making it obvious that was a promotion and creative collaboration, not a secret identity reveal. So why has Esdeekid's secret identity become such a huge part of his story? When you don't know who someone is, people spend energy trying to figure it out. That means screen time, discussion, speculation, and all of this gives algorithm attention. Esdeekid's rise was organic, not marketed with flashy PR teams and brand partnerships. His thick Liverpool accent is a defining characteristic, something rarely highlighted in mainstream rap. This roots him in place and gives listeners something unmistakably real. YouTube, TikTok and other social media platforms reward mastery. The mask isn't just a mask, it's a narrative engine that keeps people watching. Despite the rumors, including the bizarre speculation about an A-list actor, no verified information has ever been released about Esdeekid's real identity. The collaboration with Timothy Chalamet does not make Chalamet the rapper himself. It more likely confirms Esdeekid is a separate eyes. Chalamet is a featured collaborator, not an alter ego. Rumors about actors and celebrities behind masks are fun internet conspiracies. But when real scheduling and evidence are checked, those theories fall apart. So for now, the truth is Esdeekid is still anonymous, the mask stays on, and fans always wonder who he really is. Whether he will remove the mask someday or keep it forever is part of the legacy he is building. Esdeekid's rise is one of the most fascinating stories in modern music. A mysterious masked rapper from Liverpool rising to global streams, topping charts on billboards and other stuffs. His success shows how the internet doesn't just discover artists, it mythologizes them. And whether we ever learn who is really behind the mask, one thing is certain. Esdeekid's music and mastery changed the game, and his story is just getting started. Can you subscribe to Crisis Trends and be part of this community? This is what we usually do here. I create videos like this every week.